The National Collegiate Inventors and Innovators Alliance is a not-for-profit that focuses on stimulating and supporting technology, invention, innovation, and entrepreneurship in universities and colleges across the United States and around the world.
There's an incredible opportunity for invention and innovation and the translation of invention into practical products. NCIIA is a starting point for all of that, to be able to take inventions through innovation into entrepreneurial endeavors.
I really focus in on the two I's, and that it's innovators and inventors. And I think that's what separates NCIIA from other organizations.
There is an unstoppable revolution by students. They want to learn to make a difference in addition to learning how to make a living.
For the past 15 years, NCIIA has been thinking about entrepreneurship education. And we always say that we're trying to evolve to things, and as we come up with an innovative idea, we realize NCIIA is already working on those types of things.
There aren't many organizations that bring together engineering, business, industrial design, economics, art. It's really, one of the true multidisciplinary organizations.
They're really at the very start of the innovation process, and I think they're serving an essential need.
NCIIA is actually the realization of a vision of our founder at the Lemelson Foundation, Jerry Lemelson. His vision started with the idea that if he put in place a program to create e-teams, entrepreneurial teams of students taking their creativity, their energy, that in 10 years, hundreds of teams would emerge that would actually change the face of the U.S. economy. And NCIIA is taking forward that vision in a very sort of practical way.
We focus on providing experiential learning opportunities for teams of students, faculty, and outside mentors to come together around the pursuit of an invention and moving it forward from the initial proof of concept to the validation of a commercially viable idea.
Our company, NCIIA, is a plant biotechnology company that makes recombinant proteins.
We're turning tobacco plants into quick and inexpensive factories for vaccines.
The technology behind NCIIA was developed in my lab and the lab of some of my co-investigators at UC Davis. NCIIA E-Team grant was the first grant that allowed us to focus on the technology and how it might evolve into a company.
We have funding for student teams very early stage to help them develop both a prototype and a business model and help get their inventions out of the classroom and into the market.
Just a little bit of funding allows those student projects to get the initial steps toward commercialization.
The NCIIA is a grant-making organization which is quite unlike any other.
When you're applying to a funding agency, often it feels like you're applying to a black hole. But the beauty is NCIIA wants to see the success of all of their applicants. They are willing to spend time, talk to you, give you advice, help you through that process, and make sure that it is the best possible experience for you.
Last fall, we went down to Lima, Peru, and we conducted 11 days of intensive field research where we observed the families. We were trying to find opportunities to improve their lives through design. Our biggest opportunity that we found was hand washing clothes. NCIIA gave our school the first grant. The field research, which was possible through the grant, was the most valuable part of this class, which gave us in the end much richer, robust products.
We've had close to 70% of the teams that come through our grants program succeed in launching a business, and there are thousands of products being used all around the world and creating all kinds of interesting impact on people's lives.
We provide faculty with funding to create new courses and programs all around technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship.
The IPD program stands for Integrated Product Development.
The Interdisciplinary Design, Entrepreneurship and Service.
Sensor and Controller System Integration.
University-wide program to teach innovation and entrepreneurship.
Overall, I think it's had impact down to the individual student level in terms of how we teach and all the way up to our program levels and across the university and our networks.
87% of the courses and programs that we funded have continued beyond the grant period, and each year over 30,000 students have an opportunity to participate in courses and programs supported by the NCIIA.
So NCIIA does that and matches it with training.
We work with our grantees to accelerate their venture progress, and we do so in a series of hands-on workshops.
I'm Mario Bellini, and my organization is GRIT, and we're commercializing the Leveraged Freedom Chair, a lever-powered wheelchair for developing countries. You shift gears by moving your hands up and down the lever, and we can put out a chair for $100. I attended Venture Lab this summer in Boston with our director, Tish, and it was actually a really awesome experience to get kind of the ball rolling. That's where we decided to do what we're doing and to get this wheelchair to market by having this organization that can take ideas from academia and roll them out to the manufacturer and get them to the user that needs them.
NCIIA takes an experiential approach in all of our programming. By focusing students on actually learning by doing rather than learning about, it gives them an opportunity to actually participate in the entrepreneurial endeavor as a leader.
Entrepreneurship is a contact sport. You have to get dirty and you have to do it. Students have to learn how to translate what they're learning in the theory classes into the real world.
You might have a great widget, but that's just the start.
I would call NCIIA really the connector when it comes to technology entrepreneurship. It brings a wealth of experience, but also an incredible network of people across the country and across the world who they are very capable of connecting because of their awareness of this field.
To have that type of community to be able to work with is amazing because that only helps us all be able to push entrepreneurship education through our universities that much more efficiently.
We see tremendous potential for NCIIA to bring what has been successful in what they've already learned about how to educate and engage students to create student-driven entrepreneurial endeavors. Taking it more broadly across the United States, to expand the range of the already 200 universities that participate, but also to take it more globally.
So that it's not just U.S. universities, but colleges and universities around the world working on these same issues.
Where I go for camaraderie and for professional development is the NCIIA.
It's my tribe.